out to mow my grass this past Saturday, and under my Ego lawnmower, which is electric, you charge it, not electric, battery, charge up the battery. And sitting underneath my Ego lawnmower is the middle coil of a snake. I could see him sitting there. What kind of snake is that? And I don't quite know at that point, but I love snakes. I don't have any kind of a fear of them because I know all about snakes around here, because when you're from around the desert, you know all about snakes. And a lot of people are afraid of them. I can totally understand that. I always said this, it's the slithering and how fast they are. That's what scares people. And that every now and then you find a poisonous one like the rattlesnake, I guess. Even they're not that bad. Believe me, if you had your choice of getting stung by a rattlesnake or a scorpion, take the rattlesnake every single time. But I moved the lawnmower back just slowly, and the guy slithered out a little bit quick. Like I said, they're afraid of us more than we're afraid of them. And it's a red racer, I can tell, because it's pink. When they get older, they get like red. And he slides out to my RV gate, and I don't have an RV. One day I'll get one, because what kind of old man would I be if I didn't have an RV, or at least want an RV? And so he slides underneath my RV gate, and I'm watching him follow him just kind of slowly, and he slides and slithers underneath my neighbor's gate, and he goes into my neighbor's yard. 8 feet of him. How did he get all 8 feet underneath my lawnmower and that housing? But he did. And so I start to giggle, and I can't stop giggling. No court in America will give you that kind of justice. This is the same neighbor that just put up a 1,500-foot, 2-story casita in his yard directly beside my house, blocking half of this glorious sunset view that I have every single night. There is justice. I think it was Phil Zachary, our old general manager, really funny cat, smart guy, who would say, "No court in America will give you that kind of justice." And he got that after one of the guys who was working at the radio station stole our amps for our remotes, and he himself and a couple of guys went over to his apartment and stole it back. And I don't want an identity anymore. I had a PayPal breach about 3 or 4 days ago. All of a sudden, these people are charging to my account, my PayPal account. One was $250, one was $440, and one was like $770. And they were all caught by PayPal. Fraud alert. And so luckily, thank you, PayPal. They, I guess they found my password. I don't know. Who knows, right? And they caught it, and nothing was charged to me. So I called them up because they asked me to call you so you can secure your account. And so there's this guy on the phone that I can't understand. And I think you know what I'm saying when I say that. What? Huh? Excuse me? Say that again. And before I know it, he's got me writing in code numbers, going to separate accounts, separate web pages, and all this kind of thing. And I'm getting more nervous and more nervous as he's doing it. And the number that was listed for me to call looked realistic, but you never know. These people are so good at it. And then he's got me into this, page where he can see my checking account. I can see your checking account and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, that's enough. Click. And I hung up on him, and he tried to call back like 3 or 4 times, didn't answer, and I closed the account immediately, right? And I always said this, it's like if you start to feel like you don't trust it, like it's not trustworthy, it's not. So, again, if you don't trust it, you don't trust it. It's that simple. God, because it's tough. I don't want an identity. See, things like that happen all the time. And now I'm serious. I want to take whatever money I have, put it underneath the mattress. And write a check every now and then. I don't want an identity that someone can steal. Now I'm irritated. Programming my Ecobee thermostat. I've had it for 4 years in this place, and I still don't know how to program what time it goes off, what's home, what's away, what's sleep. How long it stays on for, is the fan automatic or not? And I want so bad to get one of those old thermostats from the 70s. Look at this. Look at that. It's so simple. You turn it to what temperature you want it. You turn on cool, you turn on heat. Give it to me. I want it back. Now, does that make me old? Or does that make it Am I realistic? Because that's the way the world is now. I'll bet you there's a lot of people that agree with me on that. But the combination of being old and going to the hospital every day and modern technology, whoo, this world is a real winner, let me tell you. Speaking of which, I go to the dermatologist because I'm in Arizona and I'm outside a lot. And you got to get your skin checked, cancer things and all that. And so I had this something in my business district. I think you know what I mean. And this happened immediately after I had my little hernia, my inguinal hernia surgery, which is right in the business district. And so I had a concern. And so I go to the dermatologist, take a look at that, doc. And I'm not going to explain how it looks because then you'll never be able to look at me the same again, right? Because you can't unsee what I saw. And he takes a look at it down there and he says, don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt you. Go away. Don't worry about it. I'm like, Doc, I am worried about it. Because... And he looks at me quizzically. Come on. I'm looking at him eye to eye, man to man. Come on, you got to know what I'm talking about. And he says, oh, you mean when you don't want to be embarrassed when it comes down to being intimate with someone? I said, damn right. I don't want someone seeing that when she's changing the diaper.